In this series, I set out to do one thing, to make a feudal Japan-inspired area in a hardcore world to bring down the level of intensity to a zen feeling. And in this episode, what we have done is we have created ourselves a beautiful library that looks like a feudal Japan temple and a gold farm in order to produce levels and beautiful gold to start making ourselves rich. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of our hardcore 1.18 Let's Play. I'm EarthTwister, and I am so excited that you guys are here. Now, we've been doing a little bit of work between episodes. I did a stream, and we went on down a little bit here, and we added a few bushes, added some lanterns to light up the path, and then we even finished a path on the other side of our bridge, and then a dock as well. And you can see Shulk down there chilling out on the dock. We went on a bit of adventure out that way to a dark oak forest to get some supports for our dock right there. Also, we did a little bit of texturing on the bridge. I had a viewer comment and say that it wasn't very textured, it was very plain. We added a bit of cracked stone brick and some regular stone brick in there, and I think it helps the bridge out a lot. It is kind of still hollow on the inside, but we're going to work on that on another stream, kind of filling that in with maybe just some regular stone to fill out the mountain on the inside, or we'll find some other way to fill it in. Now for this episode, we have a few goals. There's just a few things that we want to get done. The main thing being our tools, our diamond tools, they're kind of breaking. They're getting pretty close there to being broken. And I think the main thing that we need to work on is getting some mending for them. And I know just the place to go and get mending. We've got ourselves a lectern set up somewhere down there, and we just need to recycle the librarian's trades a little bit so that they will then sell us mending. But on top of that, we're going to need to establish a few trades with maybe some farmers or some fletchers of some sort to get plenty of emeralds so we can be sure we can afford that mending book. So then we can get everything, including our armor, decked out in mending. The other thing that we're going to need to do is work on a way to get experience and quickly, because the mending, it's useless if you don't have a way for experience. So my plan is to set up some sort of early game, if not complete game. Is that what it was? Complete game? In-game? Some kind of game? Gold farm in the Nether. We set up the creeper farm to get some TNT so we can, hey, we already got a Fletcher set up here, look at that. We got a creeper farm set up so we can make some TNT so we can get ourselves on the roof of the Nether, and we can set a gold farm up there. So let's get cracking on setting up a villager trading hall with the mending and with some of these other things that we've got going on. Would you look at that? He's already got mending for us. Let me lock those trades in here in just a second. Need to run back and grab some emeralds. Oh no, he's already reset his trades. There we have it, guys. After several frustrating minutes and a few accidental villager hits, we have a very expensive mending book to sell, trade, buy, to buy from this villager here. And he's gonna need some work. At some point we're gonna have to get you sick, heal you. It's gonna be a whole process for you. I don't think you're gonna like this at all. Now that we have mending as a trade option, we need to get to work on setting up some sort of villager trading system. I'm thinking we need to get a villager trading hall set up and find some way to get these villagers zombified and curified, and then we can begin our gold farm. Let's see if we can get to this gold farm in this episode, or if we'll have to wait. You guys can probably tell by looking at the thumbnail what we got done in this episode. Hopefully it's that gold farm that you're looking at, that sweet gold farm. My plan for building this villager market area trading hall place is putting it over here where our nether portal is. I'm going to move that nether portal because it takes us into a soul sand valley, and last time we went in, there were 3 ghasts waiting to ambush us, and that's just not okay. So we've cleared out a bit of a foundation for our marketplace, and it's right here. It's a wide open flat area, and it's gonna be wonderful because my goal is to build up several different buildings, starting with a bit of a library, which will be about a 9 by 9 square, like we have over there. And then we'll have a few other buildings, like I'm thinking we'll have a couple of farmers for trading. We'll have, say, a bit of a market stall here that might be a 3 by 3, and have him stand in this area, and maybe like here we'll do another one kind of like that. And then we may have a couple of other buildings off to the side here, and maybe over here. And I'm thinking we'll have our entrance to the marketplace here. So you'll walk in, and then you'll have a path to go off this way, and you can wander into this building here, or you can wander around the marketplace here, and shop from the farmer, maybe another building over here or so. And then you can come in this way, and you'll go into the library, where you'll find a few librarians, and you'll find a few floors. And then, of course, this way you'll find another couple of buildings as well. But I think what we're going to mainly work on today is figuring out how to get a pathway in here, and getting this guy right here turned into a library that we'll want to remember for a long time. So let's figure out a design for this library, and I will see y'all after this time lapse. Our library is built. It looks a bit like a temple, I think. I think it's going to turn out really well. I like how I got the roof to go. It looks kind of like it's arched in certain spots, but also flat at the same time. And there's a slight variation with the different cutouts, and you got the top roof and the middle roof, and I think it looks really good. Now, the thing I'm not too sure about is the fact that I went all dark and gray with this one. Instead of using the regular oak and spruce wood and even some beech wood like we used, or birch wood like we used over there, we went with the stone and the deep slate. I typically like to build with this kind of palette, but I don't know that it necessarily works for this, so we may come along and change out the stone there. But apart from the stone, I do think it looks really good. You guys, let me know down in the comments below what you think of the library, and whether or not we should change the stone out for a lighter block, whether birch wood or something along those lines. I was kind of thinking of going and getting some terracotta for it, but that's a little bit of a ways away, and I didn't feel like doing that, and I thought the stone might look good. So now this is going to be the hard part. Getting our little villager friend here out the door and up to the library up there it's just not going to be a simple task. It's gonna be quite difficult, and I'm not too sure that I'm excited about moving the villager up there and any future villagers we have. But you know, at least we have mending now, right? Well, after a little bit of annoyance and a little bit of frustration, we have our mending villager up here in the library. I don't have him quite decked out in the area that I'd like him to be in. I want to get some bookshelves and, you know, kind of make this area inside look a little bit nicer. I did put a spiral staircase up in here made out of spruce slabs, and put a few shelves up here as well for some different storage for maybe books and stuff like that. But I think that that's going to work really well for us, and we'll fit a few other librarian villagers in here. So we did already buy a mending book from him that I want to get put on a fortune pick for now, and then eventually we'll get it put on some other things as well when we make more emeralds, which we're going to have to do very soon. I did put about 4 composters in the village over there, and traded with the villagers that took that farmer's job, And we made some emeralds off them. We made some emeralds off our librarian and some emeralds off the Fletcher in the village. It's a work in progress. We're gonna need to do some zombification of some sort very soon, because this is just outrageously expensive. And of course, this is a nearly perfect pick. All we need left is Unbreaking 3 on there. So we're gonna have to get a villager with that, but we do have mending, so we'll be able to repair the pick as we go. Dude, you're in my house. I didn't invite you inside. That's kind of rude. You want? Ooh, slime is good, and the Nautilus shell. I'm gonna need you to stick around for a little while. You know what? I take back what I said. Yeah, it was kind of rude that you came in, but you brought some nice gifts. We'll take the slime ball and the Nautilus shell, and we'll hold on to these. We'll need them eventually, and getting Nautilus shells is a pain in the butt. Okay, so with Mr. Mumbly back there in our house, the next thing we need to do is go and gather a bunch of sand, because I need some TNT to be able to get on the nether roof, and of course, eventually later for Netherite mining. That's right, that is something I want to do very soon, maybe in the next episode. But we need gold and experience. The experience to mend our stuff and enchant it and get shinier armor and all that good stuff. So let's head over to a desert, grab a bunch of sand, and head on to the nether roof. Okay, so I realize this isn't a desert, it's a beach, and there's birch trees everywhere, but I got tired of looking for the desert, and there's a guardian temple back behind me somewhere, so I got a little nervous crossing over that. And so we're just going to dig up our sand here and be content with our beach sand over our desert sand. So here we go. We're going to dig this sand up as fast as humanly possible. So fast, in fact, that it is crazy that we are even still human. So not super impressive. I mean, I didn't dig very far, and I just went until my iron shovel broke. So we ended up with 3 stacks and a quarter of a stack of sand. I don't even know why I brought Shulk. Maybe just for the company. Shulk, you're a good boy. Yes, you are. You're a good boy. You know what, Shulk? I think you need a home. I think we need to come up with a design for a stable for you, so you can have a nice little house. What do you think of that? What do you think of that, Shulk? Ah, great. A llama's in my house. Okay, so we're gonna find a new spot in the Nether to build this early game gold farm. We definitely know that somewhere in this area is definitely a no-go. It takes us straight into a Soul Sand Valley with death on the other side of the line. Let's go somewhere far away. Let's try it in this area. And here's to hoping. Oh, it's still soul sand. It's the same place. Ah, jeez. Okay. Let's do this. I heard a ghast. I don't have any gold on. Lava. That's death. Well, now you're wondering, what in the world? Where are you, EarthTwister? This is not the Nether. You might be right, but this is the Nether roof. And this is where I want to make our gold farm. It's going to be fairly simple and straightforward, and I didn't bring a whole ton of materials because I didn't think that I would need them, but I do need to make some fences, and so we'll have to go back to the overworld to get those. Hey guys, EarthTwister here, and if you enjoy this episode, if you are enjoying it so far, go ahead and hit that like button. It is free and really helps me out a ton. And also, subscribe if you're new. That's all. Well, we finally did it. It took a bit of TNT, and it actually blew up one of my pistons and my trapdoors and my lever, and now we're all out of those materials. But we did get ourselves a few ladders, made a few sticks, made some ladders, and we got our hole in the ground, so now we can go down into the Nether whenever we need to. So now it's time for a modified early game gold farm. Now I'm gonna have to go back to our base and make a few fences. We'll do that here quickly and get this going. Now for this gold farm, it is a modified version of what I have made a tutorial video for, which you can find if you look in the description. I will show you in that video exactly how to make this gold farm with some slight modifications. This one is going to be a little bit different because I don't have turtle legs, because I don't have silk touch. So what I like to do is first get a chunk border, grab a bunch of netherrack, and place it all down. Now, typically at this point, what I would then do is put a nether portal right in the middle of this area. But seeing as how I don't have a turtle egg, there's not any point at this point in time. There's no point at this point. So the next thing I want to do is grab a bunch of fences and put it all the way around. Now keep in mind at this point too, it is spawnable for ghasts. So you'll want to be very, very careful when you're working around here, and make sure you are paying very close attention to what's going on. Now, once you have this area completely populated, you're basically done. You may want to create a few hoppers and whatnot to collect the extra gold, but the idea here is you're not going to end up needing it, because it's all going to stay trapped on the inside of the fences, and all you have to do is break in, grab your stuff, and get out. So the next thing you'll want to do is create yourself a platform 128 blocks up above this one. And that'll allow for zombie pigmen to be able to spawn in there, as well as some piglins, which we don't really have a way to deal with just yet, but I'm sure we'll come up with some way later. When you make it up this high, I do recommend creating a bit of a spawn platform to help prevent help prevent ghasts from coming up this way. Now, as you see behind me, we have got several pigmen and zombie piglins spawned. The pigmen hate the zombie piglin. They're afraid of them, so they're just running around scared. What we want to do is come here and build up about that high and hit the nearest zombie piglin that you can. Brings all of them over here to you, and you just wait and hack away. Sometimes you have to watch out, because these guys will spawn in there and they can definitely get out of your fences. And the spawn rates on this thing can be pretty great. It doesn't take too much, and you can get a ton of these zombie piglins, and once you kill them you'll get a ton of gold and a ton of experience. And of course it works a lot better if you have better weapons with increased sharpness and increased loot dropping and stuff like that. I'm not entirely certain why there's regular zombies spawning, but it is what it is. So I'm going to spend a bit of time AFKing here, getting some much needed experience and fixing this pickaxe of mine so we can do some more mining. And I will see y'all back at base with hopefully some more enchanted gear. Yay! We did get quite a few levels, and we're finally able to finish enchanting our armor and getting all of our tools enchanted except for our hoe, which is okay, I guess. But other than that, I just love looking at that building in the background there. It does add a nice twist on the area, gives it a different look, and it is just beautiful, especially with the starry night. It's about to get dangerous. So with that, I will leave you guys. Thank y'all for watching. Really appreciate it. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you're new. And if you missed last week's episode, right here, over on my right, there is another video. Come and check it out if you missed last week's episode. Thanks again, guys. We'll see you later. There's a zombie behind me, isn't there?